it's Takara Janae. Welcome back to the vlog. It's been a very long time, and I just want to compare to where I was last year. Last year around this time, I believe I was doing I just got finished doing Winter Park Fashion Week, and I was taking dance classes, but now I am taking way more dance classes, and you guys are just going to see. Last year around this time, I was also doing a commercial, which I will insert footage of that as well. And yeah, I will just be kind of comparing where I was last year to where I am at now, just little by little. But right now, I do want to get to the studio. I do want to get to class. I do want to be in place on time, in class on time, and I am super excited. Was that better than Welcome back to 2026. This is me in 2026. This is after my first class in a few months at this particular studio. However, I've been very prayerful about this journey, about selecting like a permanent like home and foundation for me. I still go to my other studio, but I do feel like that studio is more so for like if you are a little bit more advanced, or this studio right here will help you develop a very strong foundation and then some. The other studio is a great studio as well, but they do house like the real ballerinas and people who are aiming to be professionals, and I am more so looking for a safe space to grow on my journey. The other studio excuse me, I ate something spicy. The other studio is totally a safe space as well. However, this studio, because it's smaller, this studio helps me focus on my technique, improving. I definitely feel very seen in that aspect. And this studio is also like Christian based a little bit. So like there's a lot of Christian activity happening, Christian opportunities. And I'm really grateful for that. That's Sarah and Mary. Since I started taking ballet and like going to the studios, like it has been phenomenal meeting other women and girls who are like-minded or have naturally just the same taste or like the same interest as you. And these two have like just been so lovely, just literally like pouring into me, and I try to do the same in return and just be myself. So I'm just absolutely blessed to have crossed paths with this studio and the people within this studio, which is honestly making for a phenomenal ballet journey. But you know, we are yapping, we are talking, we are catching up, definitely for sure. I apologize if I'm like popping a little bit, but I did eat like habanero cheese, so I am low-key kind of like choking. For those of you who have been here long enough, you know I used to model, and I am no longer pursuing modeling as a career, especially since I've gone deeper in my faith with Christ and seeking Christ. Modeling is no longer part of like my main thing that I wanted to seek as my savior, seek as the answer to like helping me, my family, everything. And God also exposed things within me, seeking modeling and going after that journey, and also was drilling the importance of my influence, my long-term legacy, my influence, and what that would be. And I really had to trust God in terms of letting go of an idol. What was an idol for me? Something that I saw as an escape route, something that I saw as the answer when God was telling me basically, I am the answer, and let me show you my will over your will. So in me listening to God, this is where I ended up at right now. This is my like resting place right now, my growing place, my everything right now. And listening to God, I never imagined I would be in ballet taking dance lessons. I thought this was a dream that died in me when I was young, a little girl. I come for less. I come from the hood. I come from less. I grew up in the hood. I grew up really struggling. my parents, they did their best to take care of us and provide and make sure we had food. But was there chaos in our household due to some other things? Yes, there was. When I was 15, I ended up living with my grandma along with my mom and a few of my brothers. And even then, I did choir. I was playing guitar. I used to play trumpet. I never imagined that I would ever step foot in a dance studio, let alone to actually dance or even have the courage or belief in myself, the confidence to do this. So glory to God. I was in school and I'm sorry, you guys, the habanero cheese. I was in school and I was taking Pilates, and my Pilates teacher, she invited me to basically audition for the dance program that she had at school. I honestly thought it was going to be a cackle, a good time. I'm like, she can definitely see my range of motion in this class right now. But you know what? Say less. I'm going to show up. I'm going to have a good time. I was going through things anyways. I was like, you know what? Let me let my hair down. I'm going to dress up for the part and just go out here and have fun and have a phenomenal time. In me doing that, she actually picked me for her program. I had no clue. Especially being in the audition and amongst the competition, I was like, oh, there's no way she's going to pick me. There is no possible way. But however, I felt like I was just a body and a number, feeling the space. Man, I was proven wrong. God proved me wrong. It was a reason why he called me into that room, and the rest is history. Now, once I started her program, it was Once I started her program, it was a requirement for me to take beginner ballet. Because as you know, ballet is the foundation to other styles of dance, many styles of dance. They refer to ballet to teach you the steps. The other styles of dance that I did get to explore in before ballet, which was just a little bit of hip hop and just a little bit of pole, you definitely do recognize where ballet has influenced a lot of different dance styles. So I had to take beginner ballet because it helps you with a strong foundation and developing that strong foundation. In me taking beginner ballet, I absolutely fell in love with ballet. I'm not one to consume a lot of content. My attention span just will not really allow me to sit down and consume a lot of content. It has to be something I'm specifically searching for, or basically in my orbit, or something that YouTube, which is my platform of choice, recommends to me, and I am clicking out of curiosity. I want to see the video, everything. I just do not consume a lot of content because I'm more so in the space of creating and strengthening and just doing other things. That's just more so my strong suit. There's nothing wrong with if you are more so a person who consumes, because without the consumers, we wouldn't have the space to create content if no one was consuming it. So you are just as valuable as the person making content, because without you, hey, our content wouldn't go anywhere or it wouldn't be seen. I say all of that to say this was not just a trend. This is something that truly, truly pulled on my heart. And as well as the aesthetic with the bows, I've said this before in captions, but I know we are living in a day and age where people do not want to really read anything. So my lone captions are for the people who do enjoy reading, or it's not a task for them to read a paragraph or two. That's not difficult for them. But I have mentioned this before with the bows. I wasn't even I didn't notice bows or girls wearing bows, hair bows, until I noticed one in the store, and I was double taking, and I looked back again. I was like, oh my gosh, that bow is so pretty. And I was like, okay, just give it a few days. Maybe I should come back and get the bow later if I truly, truly want it. And I did. I could not stop thinking about that bow. And from there, I just really fell in love with bows. And I just tied it into my aesthetic. And then, getting more into ballet and falling more in love with ballet more and more every day, Then the ballet girlies start coming up. Now, a lot of ballet girlies, they don't really touch bows or anything like that. They don't do bows. But there are girls who do. And there are girls who just pretty much make their aesthetic their own. But I love just seeing the different colors, the different fashions, the different styles, how people style their leotards, their leg warmers, their ballet attire, everything. It is just such a vibe. So right now I am at the beach and I am taking classes at the beach. I still do train at my secondary studio as well. I cannot tell you guys everything because that's just a safety concern. Safety comes first. The beach is enough information for you to know. And also, like, you can see the studio that I'm clearly going to. Like, anybody can look it up. However, I pray that if you are looking up the studios because you are considering to go to the studio for yourself, not to try to be weird or, whatever the case is. And yeah, ladies, stay protected. You never know. And while classes are going on, doors are locked. Stay protected. Stay safe. But I am stretching before class and just taking it in like, this is my life. When I was doing modeling, I was working like a dog, barely getting anything in return. I was working so hard. I was pouring out so much. And the skill that I did learn was great, but it was just like I don't have the full range of motion in terms of moving my body, controlling my body, the strength in my body. And that was also bothering me as well. You gotta like develop strength to pose and everything, but still, if you don't have a dancer background or if you don't have a full range of motion, it just really, really limits a lot of the things that you can do in modeling. And, if you really want to take that talent to the next level, I definitely recommend something like dance or acting. But with me coming closer to Christ, I don't recommend that industry or seeking Hollywood or seeking to be amongst the idols, amongst the stars. And if you know, you know. And if you don't, that's just something to pray to Christ about, to help you learn and understand, why I may feel that way or other Christians may feel that way. However, with the modeling industry, it did bring out some of the worst parts of me. I saw my body weight completely disappear, and I have worked hard to get back to a normal size, a healthier size, working hard, chewing my lips, chewing my cheeks, working hard, eating, which is a blessing. And there's just a lot of negativity that comes along with modeling, a lot of unnecessary competition that comes along with modeling. There were a lot of beautiful moments, a lot of beautiful creatives that I got to work with, a lot of beautiful things that I did get to create. But in me coming closer to Christ, there were a lot of regrets along the way. And I would have hate to inspire anybody to go on that journey, to go in that industry, to do a lot of the things that I used to do in modeling comfortably. I would hate to inspire you to do that. It is a slippery slope when there are people in your face that can change your life forever, offering you the world, offering you so much. And for somebody like me who has come from less, and I know it could have been much worse, but I did come from less, truly. Not the worst, not the complete bottom, because I don't want to offend people who do come from way less than me. I don't want to offend you at all. I don't want to downplay your struggles and act like I struggled so hard. I did struggle. I did have trauma. I did, but I'm also not trying to turn this into a competition of who had the most trauma, and let's out trauma one another. There's just so many things that I could have taken people up on or agencies up on within the modeling industry, and it's just I could not do that for myself. I could not compromise my morals. I could not compromise my values in that way of what I did have. And actually coming out of modeling, I walked away with even stronger morals and values and just more boundaries. So this is back in 2025, and I'm going for a walk. I'm showing you guys what I'm wearing, which is Converses that I had since high school, which is probably like a decade ago. Those socks I had for many years. My leggings are from Old Navy, had them for many years. My top is from TJ Maxx. I'm a girl who loves shopping and expressing myself, but on a budget within my means. I'm not rich. I'm not about to sit here and flaunt luxury, nor do I desire to flaunt luxury. I'm gonna go and get a new leotard and tights. Like, I've been pushing this back. If you know me, you know me. I will hold on to stuff for many years. I would hold on to stuff for like, when this lighting's good. I'll wear things until like they fall apart, honestly. Let's go do that. Let's go get some leotards. Let's go get some tights. And we'll be back. And yeah, I'm drinking all this, like, well, not the Celsius, the orange juice, ginger shot. I'm gonna make sure I drink a Theraflu, everything, because somebody was sick on set, and I do not want to go on set or on stage on Saturday and get people sick on Saturday. So I need to make sure I don't get sick. So that's why I had to do all of that. Why you haven't broke up with me yet? You're seeing all the signs or what they are.
I'm getting there.
Could you imagine a mini you in the backseat? Thank you. Now I can make an extra pretty vlog because you're driving. Do I desire to flaunt luxury to show you guys how successful I am and that I made it? To me, if you have to do that, that's not luxury, because now you are a slave to maintaining said luxuries. That's not a freedom to me, but to other people it is luxury to have nicer things. To me, luxury is having more time. More free time, not time that is given to working my butt off to drive a luxury car and wear luxury clothes. Baby, you just gonna have to laugh at me and what I got on, period. So we have arrived at the dance store. This is my go-to dance store here in Jacksonville, Florida, and maybe that's because I also don't know of like that many other dance stores, and this was like one of the first ones recommended, and I had to do a voiceover because of the music. I'm just saying how all of the like little girl leotards are like literally my style. However, it's been so difficult for me to find leotards that look like that for adult women, especially that's in season all year around. And I know they have to exist. I just have to keep looking. You would think if you just type in floral pink leotard in the search engine, a lot of options will come up, like they would come up. But no, like the options are so like spare, and it's just like it's not that many options to choose from. As far as 2026, I'm super excited to start ballet stories this summer. We're doing stuff like, I don't know if we're doing Swan Lake, but Sleeping Beauty from ballets like that. She says she might do Cinderella, Copella, so I might actually get a tutu. This is from 2025. I still eat the true fruit. I am still drinking Celsius. I was drinking an orange juice because I was trying not to get sick for the show, and a banana. And now it is time for my hair appointment as of 2026. What is so hilarious is I just saw my hairstylist at a red light, and like we were just literally chatting it up at the red light. So funny. But this is my hairstylist that I go to. If you know me, just hit me up if you want me to recommend her to you. I'm just gonna like honestly like just post her website and her name so you can book her. But like, she is the bomb. Like, she has growing hands, she has healthy energy, and if you are on like some weird type of time, stay away from my hairstylist, for real. Okay, we need positive vibes only. I'm so serious. Like she is just beautiful, wonderful. Like, look at my hair. It looks wonderful. My hair was looking like dry and like oof for the show, and now it looks revived and so much better. And yeah, I do not want you guys to try to come here and drain her energy. So please come around her if you have positive vibes only. So now we are at the show, and this is from 2025 Winter Park Fashion Week. I'm just basically letting you all know that my curls dropped and my hair dropped in this footage, but I said it wasn't a big deal because I have this ginormous veil, and this would not be the first time that like my curls actually dropped, so that's okay. This wouldn't be the first fashion show that this has happened. to me, and it's just about like having time to get back to hair and makeup, having time to get back to hair and makeup so they can correct your hair. But oftentimes they're also working on other models as well, and depending on where you are, sometimes you have to prioritize, am I going to get a refresh on hair and makeup, or am I going to make sure that I am dressed in line, ready to walk? So that was that situation. So you all just saw me walk in Winter Park Fashion Week. Right before I went on stage, I had to use the restroom really bad, and I was just apologizing to the lady I was passing with, because I don't want people on camera that doesn't want to be on camera. It's after my show and I don't feel well. It's literally like, I don't want to say it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I feel nauseous. I had like a beef burger, and I don't eat beef, and I don't know why. It looked good. I see everybody eat burgers and they look good, and I just wanted to be a part, and I ate it. My body's reminding me, ma'am, we don't eat beef. So that's happening, and I took medicine, and I'm about to drink a Gatorade and ginger ale, but I might end up throwing up before I even get to go out to brunch later on in the day. But I'm like scrolling through social media, and like my social media is YouTube. That's why I scroll through. I'm scrolling through YouTube, and I've never heard of a weevil before. This is my first time finding out about weevils, and I think I'm canceling rice and grains. That was disturbing. I've never heard of that before. No more rice and grains for me. But we are now at Helena in Orlando, Florida, and this place is such a vibe. This is such a treat. My babe knows I like this restaurant, and I'm so happy that he took me here, and it really lifted my spirits. I was already in high spirits. I'm feeling better. I slept in, I woke up, got ready, started my day, and I'm feeling so much better. And we are leaving Orlando because we have real life to get back to. So he's going to take me to the mall first, which is going to be fun. I'm just explaining to you guys that my curl dropped, and like I'm so over it. I have to do a voiceover because the copyright and music and everything, and but so annoyed that my curls dropped. Leaving Orlando, goodbye. I will see you next time. I love Orlando. I have family out here, so I'm normally in and out of Orlando. This right here is from 2025. My ballet class from 2025, and just the progress of me growing all around, my confidence, my posture, just everything, even down to like, you can't see it in this vlog, but I now have the correct color shoes as well, which I cannot believe I didn't even notice I had the wrong color shoes, which obviously now you can tell, but I was not thinking like with full maturity in regards to my lines. And everyone say hello to Mary. She's so hilarious. She has the whole class cracking up 24/7, and she's literally like the welcome center to the studio, and just bringing out life and just beauty, and just, if you're shy, you get around Mary, you're not going to be shy anymore. Now this is in the nighttime. I am rehearsing and getting ready for a few weeks of practice, because I got booked for my first show, which I am thoroughly shocked. My dance teacher's in the back. Her name is Winter. She was my first ballet teacher, my first modern teacher, and she also booked me for my first dance job. And wow, all of that stuff is coming to the vlog, which you guys will see later, which I will get to pour my full heart out. And talk to you fully about the experience. I started dance as an adult, and I literally got hired for a dance job. Now, will this be your full-time job? I can't speak for everybody. Most likely, no. It's no secret that dancers do not make a lot of money, and even the ones who are like at the top, it's not like they're living these lavish lives. But like, no, this was such a blessing. Like, being paid, the way I was treated, just every aspect of this experience was a huge blessing. All glory to God. I'm very grateful to my dance teacher for even thinking about me, for considering me, for choosing me, for trusting me with me being a newer dancer, for trusting me and having confidence in me, although I was a newer dancer, and also challenging me to get out my comfort zone. Later on in the vlogs, you guys are going to get to see how she pushes me to go to master classes or just get out of my comfort zone and believe in myself. And not just her, my teachers at my ballet my teachers at my ballet studio, they push me as well. Both studios. The studio that I feel that is way harder. The studio that I'm at now is hard, but I feel like the studio that I am at primarily right now is everything and more that I need to really, really hone in on a lot of technique, thinking about my technique, and developing a very solid foundation, as well as maintaining that foundation, as well as having the confidence, the belief, the positive environment, and just having a lot of fun while learning and getting good and improving. So my teachers that I work with at both studios are so like just encouraging. They are a breath of fresh air. They are just the light of my life right now in the dance world, and I am so incredibly grateful to have this opportunity here in Jacksonville, Florida, to be a part of this opportunity, and the fact that we have a studio that helps adults really get on point in ballet. And I'm just so grateful to Aubrey and Joanna and the studio and just what they're doing. And also like knowing that there is like worship contemporary, which I'm also trying this summer, basically like dance worshiping Jesus while doing contemporary dance. Like, I gotta go because I'm gonna cry, and I'm not afraid for you guys to hear my emotion. I see my emotion, but this is not the video for this. All of it's coming, and I'm just grateful to God that he brought me in these rooms, because I've been through so much. Like I said, I grew up in the hood. I grew up struggling. I grew up just going through a lot. And did I go through the worst things? No. But I did go through a lot. I did have a lot of trauma. I'm just so grateful to God that I get to be a part of this, and I get to like wake up every day and look forward to like going to the studio and pursuing this, having the health to do so, having the resources to do so, having the opening within my life to do so. And it's a blessing. It's a blessing. And I just pray for others to like really be in God's will, so he can also like align you with where you're supposed to be, because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be in these rooms. So super grateful. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, bye.